Hey guys, welcome back to Simply Steph Space. I'm Steph. Welcome to my returning subscribers, and welcome to anyone who is joining me for the first time. I hope you'll stick around and hit the subscribe button to watch more of my videos and content. So today, I want to address the previous video that I made. It's pretty dramatic, but honestly, it was needed. I Since that filming that video, I've been the most consistent I've been with my workouts, and I've actually been updating the calendar that I showed you guys in the previous video, which I will flash up on screen and show you what I have marked off. So today is Wednesday the 8th, and I'm actually gonna, after I film this video, do my 30-minute lower body Peloton workout and then do a 20-minute ride on the bike afterwards. So ever since that video, I've just been feeling so motivated, and I can feel it in a positive way. So even Manny and I went out this weekend. We walked around an outdoor mall. We went to check out a donut place, and we were looking at it, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather stick to my goal than eat that donut. So he got a donut, I got a coffee, but it was definitely a huge mindset shift for me. That conversation him and I had, and also just being honest with myself as well. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, was just like how powerful that not confrontation, or yeah, confronting myself was, in saying like, hey, not like not to quote Taylor Swift, but it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Like, which is not a bad thing in itself. It's like, how do you grow as a person? You learn from your mistakes. You're honest with yourself, and hopefully you have friends, families, partners that will call you out and say, hey, I don't think you're being the best version of yourself right now. And it's like, I know you can do better for yourself. So that's very powerful. And I think it's important for us to kind of have these conversations with ourselves, like, what could I be doing better? Are my current actions like hurting myself and being destructive instead of getting me to where I want to be? And I think that's something that we should revisit with ourselves every once in a while. And especially if you're on a journey like I am, if you're not reaching your goals, or if you feel terrible. Like February, I was feeling very down, and I didn't know why. And even since the video I released and my behavior change, since the previous video was released, Manny's even seen like, you're very happy, you're in such a good mood. And I think it's the endorphins from the exercising, but also that conversation with myself helped me realize, like, I'm doing this to myself, but I can also be the person who changes those behaviors. Like, it all comes down to me. All comes down to me. And doing good habits definitely makes me feel a lot better. I have a lot more energy. I'm not taking the naps like I did. I'm a little sore, but like, it's a good kind of sore. And I've also noticed, like, it's so weird that it's only been a few days, but like, I've even had more of an attention span with work. So it's like, the science behind exercise is not a lie. So I think it's positive to have hard conversations with yourself, especially if you are not reaching your goals. It may be something external, but I think the majority of the time it comes down to our day-to-day habits, our mindset, the way we're thinking and talking to ourselves. If I came on here and was just like, hey guys, I failed, feel bad for me, oh, woe is me, that's not going to help anybody, especially myself. And like, getting people to like pat you on the back and say, "Oh, it's fine," like, "Oh, it's like you don't have to do anything." It was like, no, like the conversation was like, "Hey, I messed up. It sucks and it's painful to confront that, but since that conversation I had with myself, I I would say I'm doing awesome so far." And I really appreciated the comments on the video of like, okay, you fell down. Okay, let pick you back up. Here's the advice I have. And so you guys are awesome. Like if you don't watch my videos, at least just read the comment section because so many of you are on your own journeys and you have overcome things. You guys are freaking awesome. I love my subscribers or anyone who comments on my videos because you guys keep it real too. Knowing most of you came from Michelle McDaniel's fan base, like what better people to keep it real than people who watch Michelle. So I appreciate that. And it was a lot of fun reading your comments because it definitely did feel like I fell in a marathon and I just had a bunch of teammates like lift me up and say, "Hey, finish the race. You fell, but finish the race." So like I'm a little lost of words because it was freaking awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for those comments. And if I can bounce back and pick myself up, so can any one of you. Because I know a couple of you had a rough February as well. But it's like, this is a journey. We're going to fall down, but we got to pick ourselves up as quickly as possible and say, you know what? I deserve to reach my goals. I deserve to fight for my goals. I deserve to take care of my body, even though at the beginning it may feel hard. But I deserve to have this time to myself to exercise, makes myself feel better. I deserve this nutritious food. I deserve to not be filling my body with processed chemicals, as the cynical dude says. So yeah, I think the hard conversations with yourself definitely come from a place of self-love. Like, you don't have to say, "Oh, I suck, I'm terrible." It's, you messed up and you'll be fine. You just got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. You know you messed up, which is, we're human, we mess up, but just don't stop. Adjust the game. Or not adjust the game, adjust the actions. So on a similar wavelength as the theme of this video today of looking at your past actions and making adjustments of those actions to meet your goals. There's actually this Kobe Bryant interview that I've mentioned in a previous video but didn't show pieces of it. But it's with a podcaster called Lewis Howes, and it's a great interview. If you have a chance, I'll link it below, the entire one, the entire video. But if you get a chance, definitely watch it. I think it's definitely powerful to hear this advice that Kobe has, and Lewis Howes in general. He interviews a lot of influential people and gives good advice on basically any positive mindset and how to get yourself there. So I definitely recommend Lewis Howes. I watch a lot of his videos, and it's interesting to hear who he talks to. He talks to everybody. So here, I'll show this portion of the interview that I always revisit because it's very powerful. I think at some point he talks about Beyonce and her mindset too, what she does after concerts.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting.
Why is it exciting?
Because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out, that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up, right? So it was exciting. I mean, it sucks to lose.
Right.
But at the same time, there are answers there if you just look at them.
Because you get the information from losing more than from winning, probably.
Yeah. I mean, the answers are there when you win, too. You just have to look at them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a constant process. It's exciting when you win. It's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same, whether you win or you lose. As you go back and you look and you find things that you could have done better, You find things that you've done well that worked. You figure out how did they work, why did they work, how can you make them work again.
Yeah.
And but the hardest thing is to face that stuff. That's a really, really tough challenge.
You mean face it? You mean look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, this is how I showed up, or this is what happened? And
I'll give you an example. So, Katie Lou Samuelson is one of the best college basketball players in the country. And they just had a really tough season last year where they lost to Notre Dame in the final.
that's right.
Really tough.
First loss in like
First loss.
years, right?
Yeah. And so I asked her, I said, have you watched the Notre Dame game? She was like, no. I said, well, why not? I said, I don't want to watch that. I said, I know you don't, but you're going to play Notre Dame this year, yeah? Yeah.
And that's kind of how I felt when, before Manny had a conversation with me. I knew that February was pretty bad, and so we don't want to look at the past month, because I knew it was bad exercise wise and even more so diet wise. So it's like I didn't want to confront it, but in confronting it, I made the adjustments to one, my mindset, and then the next thing is I made adjustments to the calendar. I made the calendar first this month, and I'm doing a lot better than January and February, and I'm actually hitting those milestones that I created for myself for this month. So it's definitely, like you said, the basketball player, she was like, I don't want to watch that video of us failing and losing, but here Kobe's going, is like, you should watch that so you can make the adjustments and next time win.
There's a chance that you see him again in the final. Well, you probably see him again. So, well, you can't show up and play them without knowing why you lost that one, right? So, the mistakes that you've made in that game, you have to do the hard stuff and watch that game and study that game to not make those mistakes over and over again just because you weren't brave enough to face it. So she came down to the office. I brought her down to the office and we sat down. We watched that game together.
Wow.
Right? And you gotta deal with
Face it.
Got to deal with it. Face it. Learn from it.
Wow, it must have been cringing for her, and she'd be like, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
playing like we could have won all these things.
That's exactly it, isn't
If I
it?
just did that one thing,
That's
if
exactly
I
right.
didn't get that foul, if I was scoring that
Exactly
layup."
right. That's exactly right. You're looking at it and say, oh, there's the mismatch. Oh, there's the gap. And all those little things, and it sucks. But you don't want to have that feeling again, do you? Right? So you got to really study it, face it. And not to say you'll win the next time you face it, but at least you'll give yourself a better chance.
Yeah.
You got to learn, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Beyonce's same thing.
Really?
After a performance, she's immediately on her laptop rewatching the performance.
No way.
Yes, seeing how to do things better. What could we have done differently? Right? I mean, it's an obsessiveness that comes along with it. You want things to be as perfect as they can be, understanding that nothing is ever perfect. But the challenge is trying to get them as perfect as they can be. Mm-hmm. And what can you do? It's in your control. So control what you can.
I love this interview so much, and definitely similar to like the Michelle McDaniel videos and other inspirational stuff. I'll revisit it. Just what he said there, it's like it's in your control. And if you don't confront it, you can't really see what your mistakes were and how to adjust them if you don't confront it. So I definitely recommend watching this whole interview, and even Lewis Howe in general, because I really like his interview style. He's fantastic, and the people he interviews are amazing. So yeah, I'll link that video below. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys again for the comments. I definitely mean it, that I fell down and it felt like my team members were picking me up. You weren't coddling me. You were like, okay, we saw it. You admitted you failed. Okay, here's do this, and this to keep succeeding. So I really appreciated that, and I hope you guys practice what you preach. I know sometimes like me and my friend are like giving each other advice, and then we're like, I should listen to myself. So I hope you guys take your own advice and know that I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone else in the comment section is reading and appreciating your advice and your insight. So definitely let me know, how's the beginning of your month going? Is it better than February? Is it worse? what are the things that you're going to do to make it one of your best months yet. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.